are you ever out on court, you're hitting, it's just too close or it's too far away, you can't get that proper contact, right? It doesn't feel good. Guys, we're going to be going over today reasons why players struggle with bad contact, they can't get the right contact, and how to prevent bad contact. So let's get started. So the number one reason why I see all my players, they hit the ball too close to their body. When you make contact, let's establish it. You want to make sure it's out in front and away from your body. For the forehand, if I'm a right-handed player, out in front to the right. For the backhand, out in front to the left. This is where I want to make contact every single time. Too many players, they make it too close, too far, too out in front, too back behind them. Again, you want it here every single time. So with the forehand, what a lot of players do wrong is when they take the racket back, they take their racket back super close. Watch, if I take this racket back super close to my body, watch what I'm going to do when I hit. My contact's going to be close to my body. So I like to tell all my students, make sure that you're socially distancing from the racket, right? You want to keep that racket away from your body. You want some space here. If I have this space, then when I make contact, I'm going to be able to make contact more out in front. If you turn close to your body, you're going to make contact close to your body. If you turn away from your body, you're going to be able to make contact away from your body. So make sure when you turn for the forehand and the backhand, you turn with the racket away from your body, not super close so you get it close. Turn away so you can get that contact away when you hit. Now, another thing, right? If you hit the ball too out in front, if you feel like you're hitting the ball too early, right? That means, what do you have to do? You have to swing, you have to wait a split second longer. When you feel like you're hitting the ball too far out in front, that means you're hitting the ball early. So what do you have to do? Just wait a split second longer. So if the ball's coming and I hit it too far out in front, I'm going to just allow it to come to me a little bit more and then hit. Now, if the ball's too inside, if it's too close this way, what does that mean? That means the ball's too late. So what am I going to do? I'm going to hit the ball earlier. So I want you to think, if the ball's too early, you have to wait for it, right? You have to wait for it to come to you a little bit more. If the ball's too close to you, too far behind, that means you're hitting it late. So you have to make sure that you hit the ball earlier. Tennis is all about making adjustments, guys. If you can make adjustments while you're hitting, not every ball is going to be exactly the same, right? You're going to feel some too close, too far away, but in general, if you feel like you're consistently missing way too far behind, you're way too late, make that adjustment and hit earlier. If you feel like you're hitting way too far out in front, consistently, right? Make that adjustment and wait a split second longer. Now, a great way for the forehand to establish proper contact is make sure you use your non-dominant hand, all right? Your non-dominant hand, I like to tell all my students, it's your guide, it's your GPS to the ball. Wherever you can get this hand out to, that's exactly where you want to make contact with the ball. Once again, wherever you want to get this hand out to, that's exactly where you want to make contact with the ball. What I like to do, a great drill I do with all my students, when I teach them to use their non-dominant hand for contact, I'll toss them a ball, right, or I'll feed them a ball. And instead of having to swing, they're going to have to catch the ball with their non-dominant hand. It's my left hand because I'm a right-handed player. So I'm going to feed the ball, right? And I'm going to have to catch the ball. So I'm going to feed it, and I'm going to have them catch. By catching the ball, that's allowing me to really use my opposite arm to really get that proper contact. And again, wherever I catch that ball, that's exactly where I want to hit. So then after that, after I have them catch a couple balls, then I'll have them alternate. So I toss it, they'll catch, and then I'll toss it, and they'll pretend they're going to catch, but then they're going to hit. And then they'll keep on doing it. So they'll toss, they'll catch, then they'll pretend that they're going to catch and hit. That's a great drill to do to use that non-dominant hand as proper contact. Another thing, right? Too many players, they struggle with contact because they hit and they look up to see, oh, where'd my ball go? Once again, they hit, where'd my ball go? Hey, we're all guilty of this, right? But if you struggle with that, if you feel like you're framing the ball on your racket, try to keep your eye on the ball for a split second longer. That's what I want you to do. So when you hit, you want to make sure you hit, you finish, right? And then you pick your head up and then get back to the court, see where it goes and recover. Once again, I want to hit head down throughout my shot, finish, and then get back, okay? You don't want to hit and look. Too many players hit and, oh, where's my ball going, right? No, you want to hit, finish head down, and then go back. That will help improve your contact as well. Do that, you will instantly, regardless of your level, you will instantly get better contact if you look at the ball for a split second longer. I like to tell my students on the balls, on the tennis balls, they all have numbers on them. They're numbered 1 through 4. I like to tell my students, read the ball. What number is on the ball? Every single time you hit, you want to check what number is it, 1, 2, 3, or 4. The ball's going to be spinning, right? You can't actually see that number, but if you can think that, it's an easy way to make sure that you're keeping your eyes on the ball every single time you hit. So for the forehand, I said what? You have your non-dominant hand, but for the backhand, you don't. If you're a one-hander, you're using your front hand, so you can't use your backhand to help guide you, right? And if you're a two-hander, both your hands are on the racket, so you're flying in the dark. So how are you going to make proper contact? Well, it's with your feet. All right, we're going to do another video to get way more in depth with this, but you want to line your back heel up with the ball. So say the ball's over here. I'm going to line my back heel up with the ball, and then I'm going to swing. I'm going to put the Topspin Pro over here. The best at-home training tool there is. I have a link in my description. But say if there's a ball right here, right? I'm going to line my back foot up with the ball, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to step forward and hit. Once again, I'm going to turn. I'm going to go to the ball. I'm going to line it up. Then I'm going to step forward and hit. One more. I'm going to turn. I'm going to line my back foot up. Then I'm going to step forward and hit. If you can line your back heel up to the ball, that's going to help you get that proper contact. For the forehand, you use your non-dominant hand. For the backhand, you use your back heel. I want you to think of it this way, right? I keep on going to the side until I plant that back heel down. That's going to stop me from going to the side, and then I hit and swing, right? So what? I would be way too close right now. So that means I need to plant my heel earlier. So I'm going to plant my heel here. Let's try it again. Still far away, right? So I need to plant my heel even earlier. So here we are. I need to do it before the ball here, and let's try it. There we are. There's proper contact. So start utilizing your heel. At first, if you try that, if you're not used to it, just like I did, right? It's with the Topspin Pro. It's not a real ball coming to me. It took me a little bit. Why? Because you have to teach yourself where do you really need to get that foot in order to get that contact. But the more you do it, it's going to make more sense. You're going to get used to it. It's like flying in the dark, right? So the last thing that I want to be talking about contact with you guys. When you guys hit these balls, right? You guys want your head down throughout the shot, but also you want to keep your body down as well. Too many players, they hit and they pop up, or they hit and they pop up, or their head's down, but they still pop up with their body. You want to keep your body down when you hit. You want to be balanced, all right? You want to be balanced every single time you hit this ball. If you're falling out of your shot, you're not going to make proper contact, right? So every single time you want that body balanced, okay? A great way to ensure that your body can be balanced every single time is just make sure you drop your center of gravity. If I'm 6 foot tall, I want to be 5 foot when I'm on court when I hit it. If I can drop my center of gravity, I will be able to have more balance on court. Guys, if you guys can use these tips, have better contact, you guys will be able to win more points and play better tennis on court. Guys, if you guys have any questions or comments, please let me know in the comments below. Have a good one and happy hitting.